Hey, what's up guys? This is your boy Gatling Gigs. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showcasing some mods that I've installed and explain to you briefly about installing them. This is more just to showcase what I've done, but the methodology behind it is not that difficult. Using Vortex Mod Manager, which is compliant with Nexus Mods website, is the best way to go. Here you go. This is a list of mods. We have Ojo Bueno. Ojo Bueno overhauls detectors of minute details and some generic texture mods. Adam Reborn is just going to take care of some clothing mods. This is for I don't even know what that's for. This is this is the Brotherhood of Steel texture mod for the armor for the Brotherhood of Steel, and this is the compatibility pack with all of the DLCs. This is for armor mods for the Lonesome Road. Brave New World helps remaster the verbation, or the speech, and certain aspects and immersion factors of dialogue within the game and the world, making it more synergetic. Caesar's New Regime completely overhauls Caesar's Legion with their weapons, their dialogue there, which conflicts with this. But again, the thing with Nexus is when you I want to show it, but I don't want to fuck up my game because I got it open right now. But when you install something, you guys got to keep the rule of thumb in mind that if it's a mod that pertains to more data that is critical to subjugate and prolificate the next mod you're willing to install, then that is the rule that you have to follow. It will pop up right here in the right corner when you install a mod if it's compliant with another mod. Always remember, minute mods go after major mods, and that's just a good rule of thumb to follow. And people try to make modding this game so much more complex than it actually is. And in reality, the mod manager takes care of it for you. But the things you're really going to need in order to implement most mods is the Uchigan, I can't pronounce that, but the unofficial patch is one. New Vegas script extender is another. Let me see. Let me go through because I want to make sure that I give you the proper. There we go. New Vegas script extender. Stewie's Tweaks is another good one. Unofficial patch. User interface organizer. And those are the major mods that you need to implement the rest. Once you have those critical mods downloaded, the rest, this mod manager takes care of the rest. Literally, if you would enable or uninstall a mod, it'll pop up right here saying there's a mod confliction. Just make sure you supersede a major mod with a minor mod in the subcategorization, and as long as it's compliant. These are all enabled and all synergetically working together in unison to create a better gaming experience. Now, let's just continue to go. I had to get that out of the way before I continued. This is not a tutorial on how to mod. There are great tutorials. If you would like to know, just let me know in the comments below. I will refer a link to a great video that helped me through this. But as long as you install Vortex and use Nexus Mod Manager and go into a just generic start at Goodsprings and start to pick and place certain mods, think. You want to change the robots, you want to change the ghouls, you want to change the females, you want to change the males, you want to change the guns, you want to change the modifications, you want to change so on and so forth. But you have to facilitate the environment before you do minute mods. So this philosophy that I'm trying to teach right now in this video is that it's not as hard as people think. There will be compliancy issues, but the mod manager will show you the compliancy issues and resolve them as long as you have your mod manager set up correctly, which is very simple to do. It's pretty much set up out the get-go. There's just certain things that are down to taste and preference. So anyway, I got female face textures to make the females look better. Enhanced camera so you can see your feet. I love this mod. You can see your feet when you're swimming backwards. You can see your feet floating and swimming. The Feral Ghouls HD. This makes Feral Ghouls look a lot more realistic. Better loading screens is another good one. It just overhauls the load screens and everything else to do with the in-between downtime. FOV sliders a must. You need this. The FOV slider facilitates your field of view in relativity to the world, and your field of view of the world in relativity to the player, which goes really, 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 really good with enhanced camera because you can get a real good in-depth like first-person point of view. Improved robot textures. Hell, you're going to be spending your time around a lot of robots. Improved main robot textures. And then these three are going to be compliant. If you follow the mod manager and read, it's not hard to do. It will teach you what to do, and you just have to install in a certain order. It's all about order, and then reconfiguring the mod you install to be compliant with other mods. It will show you the conflicts, and you can resolve them either on a minute scale or on a major scale. Loot menu is important. This makes it feel like Fallout 4. Stewie AI tweaks and pre-configured INI for combat tweaks is another important one. This should be installed right after Stewie's tweaks, just to overhaul the animations, and it's really important. Men of the Wastelands, like Females of the Wasteland, it makes them more high resolution. MG's neat clutter retexture. Clutters, this is again, you're going to be going to the mod manager, but it's going to give you a bunch of subcategories in the data folder of that to download. So I had to download these all individually. You retext your ammo boxes, your cigarettes, the packs, the common globes, like, the backpacks. The globes are going to look nicer. The duct tape's going to look nicer. The fire hydrants are going to look neater. These were just minute mods that were a package, but you have to install them individually. And they will conflict with Ojo Bueno, which means good eyes in Spanish. And yes. Oh, there's another one. JIP LNNVSE plugins, another important one. Sorry, I'm not the best public speaker, but I have passion for what I do, and I love this. Book of Steel. This is for armors. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And rocks, roads, and terrains. User interface. Vanilla underwear. Vortex archive and validation, which is important because you can just run this, and then you can use that to find all conflict resolutions here, which opens up the generic menu of all mods that are active. Plugins as well. Plugins are a subcategory of the mods. The mods are generic and plugged in, and then you plug in the plugins on the mods. I know this sounds confusing, guys, but you got Wasteland Flora, clothing. I know I'm scattered. Weapons retexture project. Now, the hardest thing about this game is the weapons, and getting the weapons retexture project and the vanilla weapons retexture and all those other retextures to work in synergy. But these you really should install after you install the script extender, the JIP file, the New Vegas unofficial patch, and the Uchigana unofficial patch. And they work in synergy. Now, the UIO, the user interface organizer, works in game, but it's up to you what user interface you want to use. Mine, I keep more towards the vanilla side, with the exception of having grenades being displayed and hotkeyed with Nevada Reborn. And Project Nevada is amazing, and it's just, you gotta have it. Now, this is another amazing one, and you have to install this first, and then the DLC support if you have all the DLCs. I recommend just buying the full game with all the DLCs. But one of the coolest fucking things, because you spend most of your time looking at it, is Pip-Boy 3000 HD retexture PC and Xbox controller versions. And it's amazing because it's so immersive. So I'm going to stop talking and just finalize the philosophy. There's going to be 4 to 5 mods you have to install. The UIO, I've said it before, and a lot of videos will tell you this. As long as you install those, anything you throw on it afterwards, the mod manager is going to handle. And that's the critical thing that you got to realize, is that we can go into depth about how to utilize this and mod this. And there's certain things you got to, install manually. But it will say that because the Vortex mod manager is in compliance with Nexus mods to be as efficient and streamlined as possible. Now, I'm going to put some videos down in the description that allow you to set up the foundation to mod your game. It will set up the foundation and show you the mods and what you have to do, physically, and change shit in Notepad and stuff like that. But other than that, without further ado, let me show you the fully modded and remastered version of New Vegas from my experience. Again, another thing too is reshade. After all this is done, set in stone, you're happy with what you added, reshade can help just fine tune it. So, let's check it out. Vortex Mod Manager is open. New Vegas is open. It's going to be loud and rainy, so prepare yourselves. But let's go look at the New Vegas strip and see how beautiful it looks. That's your mod configuration menu right there. weapons mods extended right there, expanded, loot menu, PN core. I've configured all that. This game is good to go. All right, here we go. That's your Pip-Boy. As you can see how beautiful it looks. The user interface allows more things to be displayed. Right now there's a weather mod on, a weather EMB. I'm going to put it to walk mode. Let's look at the robots real quick. I'm going to wait for the rain to stop now that you've seen it. Still going. Just going to wait for another second. There we go. Rain stopped. It's around dusk. Robots are beautifully retextured. The interface is working pretty good. Let's enter free side real quick. Cool. All right, so from there, I'm going to go real quick. I'm going to keep this video as short as possible. This is more of a showcase than an actual tutorial. Go to data. Well, map. Let's go to the gun runners real quick. Everyone's favorite people. These are loading screen mods that I got. Makes it just a little more immersive. Gun runners. Go to weapons. Weapons retexture mod. Look how nice. It kind of cants the sights downward. As you can see your feet and your body. Beautiful size. That's Nevada Skies at work. Hunting shotgun. Something that's more recognizable. Canted upwards in the high and ready position. Boom. Iron sights mod to help you have more realistic iron sights. Weapons mod, so you can have stuff like the H&K USP fully modded out. Cool. I'm going to wait till daytime so you can see this more clearly. And the thing about these mods in conjunction with each other and using the Vortex mod manager is that it becomes a simple process. It's just, again, I hate to stress this, but it's so important and critical. You install those critical game overhaul mods that take care of, the data consumption, how many gigabytes of RAM you can utilize to power your mods behind it, getting rid of some bugs, just overhauling the game's core vanilla mechanics. And getting a script extender is most important for 4 gigs of RAM processing power as opposed to the 2 gigs of RAM that is with the native vanilla version or a DLC vanilla version. You know what I mean? Like the vanilla version DLC, no mods. So it's super important to get those. And once you got those, it's up to you guys. It's your modding experience. Watch some YouTube videos. Get out there. Find some cool mods that you want to do. I knew I wanted to overhaul the characters. I want to overhaul the landscape. Of course, there's going to be some conflicting files, but you can choose what to override in Vortex Mod Manager, and it will give you that, and it will automatically suggest what is more viable. But look at this nice new weapon and how awesome it looks in the fucking sun glare. We got reshades on here. I'll show you the difference with and without reshades. That's without reshades. It kind of, I guess, it kind of looks kind of cool with just the mods and reshade, but it kind of looks color washed. Then we're going to go here and go to Vibrance. Highly recommend it. Luma Sharpen. I'm going to actually look into the distance over here. As you can see with Luma Sharpen, you can overwrite your NVIDIA controls if you have a NVIDIA instead of an AMD. And you can use that to kind of fine tune and like dull and choose what you want to use in game or out of game. Luma sharpen. Look how in the distance it's less foggy and clearer and crystal clear. And then Technicolor I just throw on to kind of put a little bit of shadow, more shadow on things. And even though it's not supposed to be used like that, I use that instead. Weapon mechanics and weapon animations have been remastered. Boom. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It's pretty cool. It works really well. Let's go to Good Springs now. That's Prim. Good Springs is like right here, right? There we go. Let's go to Good Springs and just overhaul, look at some things. Here's Good Springs. Oh shit, we got some geckos, man. Cool. Alright, that's Good for Springs source. This is Good Springs. Love the menus, love this mod. It's amazing. A lot of these mods also have installers, but they'll teach you what to do step by step. There are some conflictual data scripts, but you'll be able to overhaul that. Signs look super cool, crystal clean. Vehicles look super cool, crystal clean. Tumbleweeds look nice. It is an overall just amazing game now. I mean, my character, let's look at the male bodies real quick. We'll go to items. Look at the Pip-Boy, how detailed it is. We'll go to here and get rid of this. I'm no longer dressed as NC. Alright. Leather backpacks have been implemented. Look at the body, so much more detailed. The face is a little bit offset in color. There's probably a mod for that. Let's go talk to an NPC real quick.
For a while.
See how you don't have to scroll through, everything's kind of handed to you. That's with the UIO, user interface organizer, allows that. And I have mods to make, look at the lighting and the EMBs that are implemented right now. Little detailed objects have been changed, as you can see. The globes have been changed, the books have been changed, the pool table, the radio. Girls look a lot cuter than in vanilla version.
Until next time.
Her rifle stock, as you can see, looks fucking sick and well detailed. It's just amazing to have a fully remastered New Vegas. And I'm sorry again, I'm gonna apologize. I'm not the best public speaker, and I do have a little bit of a speech impediment. Like I slur my words, and I'm a little on the dyslexic side. But I have such passion for this game, and it brings me back to better times when I was younger. And it's just so beautiful now to have it remastered and fully looking good, and all the details and objects and new weapons and new quests and all that good stuff. So I really want to take a moment to sit back and thank the viewing audience for supporting this. It was a generic, in summation, it was a generic mod installation guide. It wasn't really in detail. If you would like an in detailed version, let me know. I'll teach you some things of how to go in detail about modding this game, but I just need to know from the audience if that's something I should put time into. I want to thank you guys so much for helping me with my YouTube channel, and I really just love to share the passion of remastering games from our childhood and have this good feeling that, wow, imagine if it was like this when you were younger. It's like I'm playing Fallout 4. Let me go show you the loot menu now. You see how it's like Fallout 4? It's up in the right corner instead of breaking the immersion. So those things like that. And again, so let me just go over a quick checklist. So how do you mod this game? Got to get the core essential mechanics down. Then the overhaul landscape. Then the overhaul characters. Then the overhaul details, including weapons. And that's pretty much it. It's very simple. It's not that hard to do. Vortex is self-sufficient with Nexus. It works in conjunction to make sure the most synergetic experience is possible. And as you can see, based upon everything right now, this game is not crashing. It's running perfectly fine. There are a few bugs here and there, but you'll be able to sort them out and defer and know what to do. And I'm saying this game is 98% efficient with all the mods that I have installed currently, which is over 50 mods. And it took me, I'm not going to lie, it takes a while. It took me 3 days to do because it was a lot of trial and error, but eventually you'll figure it out. Do not be discouraged about modding. I love you guys very much. This is Gatling Gigs signing off.